Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. Hope you're having an amazing day. We're going to take a quick look at Iotx. And before we do, we usually look at Bitcoin, but today Bitcoin's kind of just been a stinker, sticking around 64,000, kind of just trying to trend right in the channel of 63 to 65. So ultimately, not much to say about Bitcoin. It's just going sideways based on the simple fact that it sold off by 10% in only, about 3 hours on the 10th, I think it was. So all good things here for Bitcoin. Not bad, not good, just kind of state of consolidation. And before we jump into Iotx, I just want to let you know if you are new to the channel, not a financial advisor by any means. I just been trading for a very long time, and my goal is to help you become a better trader. I have a trading community / signal group where I send out signals for every single trade that I take. But ultimately, I'm there to help facilitate a good learning environment. Hopefully, the same thing as these videos as well. So again, if you're new to the channel, I think you'll learn a thing or two here today. But if not, that's okay too. Hopefully you are entertained. And of course, I get entertained by charts. I'm sure you don't. That's okay. Regardless. Looking at the one-day chart, let's go ahead and quickly pick up here first and foremost. So on the one-day chart for Iotx, the traditional indicators are null and void, right? We don't need to worry about that. We are above 70 on the RSI, though. That's the important thing. I like to see that. Basically just means that it's working as a support level, which is essentially reiterating the fact that we have 22 cents as a strong support right now. Now we have this potential doji candle here, which kind of just refers to a state of indecision. But oftentimes when you have a doji candle, it pretty much will continue to increase to the upside if it started that direction, right? That's usually what happens. So all in all, it's probably just the bears taking some profits and the bulls essentially trying to add to their position. Normal stuff. So all good things in the one-day chart. I don't see anything negative there. Now, as far as a 4-hour chart, also good here as well. The 50-day 7 moving average is trailing behind the price. You can see it worked as a support level previously on the 9th, just before the 10th there. And then, of course, we've got the price kind of hovering right between 50 and 70 on the RSI. That's excellent news. I like to see a price action in that range. If it's under 50, that's a cause for concern, but it's staying above and below 70. So in other words, that's a really good sign. It has more room for growth, right? So it could increase, but it's also not getting, not below that potential support, essentially creating a resistance level at 50. So we got some good things going there too. So 4-hour, basically the macro looks good here for Iotx, right? Big picture looking good. Let's move on to somewhat of the micro. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 1-hour chart and see kind of what's going on here. First thing we look at is a cloud. We're breaking into the cloud potentially here soon. So unless the price were to increase above right now, then we'll be in the cloud. That's not a terrible thing. That's not a bad thing. It's when you break below the bottom of the cloud that makes the biggest difference, right? Or obviously the inverse applies when you're breaking above the cloud. That's buy signal. Below is a sell signal. But when you're traveling into the cloud, it's not a problem, right? So don't try to get overly concerned if we lose the support and the price comes down here. In fact, as you can see, this support level right here at about what 21 cents, that's the same exact support level as basically that's a halfway point for Fibonacci retracement. It's 0.5 line. That 0.5 line is concurrent with the lower lead on the Ichimoku cloud. So that's ultimately creating a double support, right? So I'd actually be perfectly fine if the price came down here to about 21 cents, because then that would be a better buying opportunity to add to your position to get a potential break to the upside from there, considering how strong of a support that should be. Again, based in theory, right? The theory is that when the price is in the cloud, it's considered still as a support level. All right, so this is basically a support level. So we kind of got a double support there in that sense. Taking a look here at TD sequential as well, we're going to have probably some resets here. Very standard. This is pretty normal for consolidation period. So I do actually like the fact that it is consolidating right now, based on the fact that it's above support, and that could reaffirm the fact that the price should continue upwards. It's also kind of reaffirming the fact that we have this pattern forming here, right? This potential wedge pattern. It's an ascending wedge pattern that could break to the upside, right? So we'll see how the price continues to progress upwards. Cool thing is the Ichimoku cloud is pretty much concurrent with that too. So the price could very well, just kind of go right through the cloud and kind of continue upwards. It could very well even, again, break below and go up to later, right? We'll bridge that gap when we get there, but for now, this is a very good sign here, ultimately for Iotx, okay? Just kind of pay attention to how that works. Again, worst case scenario too, we could even be forming a pennant pattern too, and that's perfectly fine considering it started from the bottom, and usually those break to the upside as well when they're coming from the bottom, right? Or they're coming upwards. So again, there's two potential scenarios here. We got the the pennant, but also the ascending wedge pattern. Both break out to the upside more often than not. So I think we have more bullish qualities here for Iotx. Just a matter of how strong the support level holds at 22 cents. Worst case comes down to 21. We stay within the cloud and the price breaks back upwards. Right. We lose support here at about 21 cents. That's a different story. We'll have to reevaluate and kind of see what to do from there. And not to say it'd be a problem per se, but it would just be more of a bearish scenario. We'd probably be under 50 on the RSI on the 4-hour chart by then anyways. So we'll know kind of more so what happens there. But all in all, I still see more bullish than bearish qualities here for IOTX. So likelihood of it going up instead of down, I think it's much higher. So just keep that in mind. So that being said, that's kind of where we're at there. All good things. Keep in mind too, best case scenario, we'll probably see about 37 cents from Iotx if it were to continue to progress upwards. So if we get the same movement in the last 24 to 48 hours, right, that same increase, basically it replicates the same material and it basically breaks its high right here and continues upwards, then yes, I would say about 37 cents would be a best case scenario in the next 2 days. I think that's very, very aggressive though. I don't foresee that happening per se, just based on the sheer fact that we still need to kind of see what happens with the 1 day candlestick close. We need to know where that's going to close first, but we also need to be able to break through this resistance level second. So it's tested the resistance level approximately 2 times in the last 4 trading days. So we need it to test again and break above, ultimately see that. But if we can continue this ascending wedge pattern, I think we're going to be in really good shape. So we'll see soon here what's going to happen. Obviously a little too premature to tell, but if you're dollar cost averaging, you're adding to your positions as the price goes up because you believe IOTX will continue on to just say 50 cents, $1, then perfectly fine. I personally feel that that's a long-term goal. That's very realistic. So it wouldn't hurt to add to your position right now if that's a consideration, because it very well could be as low as it could go right now. But again, we don't have that confirmation yet, so I don't always recommend that. I like to wait for confirmation so we have. I like to invest when the bulls are in control, not necessarily trying to find the bottom when the bears are still kind of digging deeper, if that makes any sense, right? So to me right now, we don't have that full-on confirmation, so I can't say recommended buy. But if you're dollar cost averaging, trying to lower your average or just increase your amount, it wouldn't be terrible to consider doing a little bit here. So I hope you found benefit. We'll keep an eye on this. This is one of my dailies moving forward. I'll just make sure we keep a close eye because I get so many requests for it. I have to kind of cover it because it's kind of a high demand coin. We got the KDAs, we got the sandboxes. There's a good handful of other ones, Mana, of course, and Luna. I just have to kind of keep on top of those. So I do appreciate you watching here daily. Thank you so much for your support. But also, if you're currently a patron, thank you very much for your support. And I'm happy to continue to help you become better traders. So thanks again for the opportunity to be able to give me a better quality life, and hopefully do the same for you too. Thank you. So we hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you in the next video. Y'all take care. Have a good rest of your one. Thank you.